Ignacio Bahamondes coming in at minus 300, going up against Tofik Musayev, who comes in at plus 250. Now, Bahamondes had his 3-fight winning streak snap last time around as he went up against Rafael Fiziev, a fight in which he held a decent height and reach advantage, as he normally does throughout his matchups, but he was unable to maintain that distance as Fiziev constantly crashed the pocket, landed big combinations, even found some grappling success in deep water there to keep Bahamondes on his back. Bahamondes is a fun fighter, very good striker, long-range weapons. We see him at his best when he knocks out guys like Manuel Torres at Noche UFC. Did a great job in terms of keeping Torres at bay. His defensive grappling has caused him issues in the past, but you do see him working on being a little bit more active with his submission game, although he wasn't really able to do much against Ludovic Klein or Rafael Fiziev off of his back. Crazy good cardio as well. We know he can go a hard 15 minutes if he needs to. I believe he had his confidence at an all-time high as he went up against Fiziev, but it was still a hard matchup for him to have much success considering the Muay Thai background of Fiziev and how effective Fiziev was with implementing that style. He's still only 28 years old, right? So there's still plenty of time for Bahamondes to accrue experience and become a better fighter. And then training at Valley Flow System in Chicago, always training alongside Bilal Muhammad. Charles Radke is another guy that he's often mixing it up with. I think Juliana Pena has come in and out of that gym every now and then. But this is Ramiz Brahimaj, who had a bit of a career resurgence under that team. Bahamondes still has solid potential and a guy that can really make some noise if he just dials in the grappling defense a little bit more, so he can keep fights in the striking game, find ways to create scrambles, find ways to throw out more submissions, find ways to quickly work back to your feet, not settling on your back. That would definitely help him out. Now, he's going up against Tofik Musayev, who was very highly touted, especially from 2015 to 2019 when he had a crazy 15-fight winning streak. Unfortunately, he had it snapped back in June of 2021 against the slick BJJ work of Roberto de Souza. That sent Musayev to Bellator, where he went 1-1, and then eventually returned to Rizin, where he was able to get 2 knockout wins. Then the UFC decided to bring him in, which made sense considering they were making their debut in Azerbaijan, which is where Musayev is born, and I believe he still trains out of. But unfortunately, they gave him a very tough task in terms of going up against a guy in Miktaibek Orobai. Musayev is a power puncher with a decent enough grappling game, but he could not handle the grappling pressure and top pressure of Orobai, and that ended up with Musayev losing by a first-round Kimura. Musayev is a menace on the feet. He throws big power, and again, he has a reliable enough grappling game depending on the level of opponent he's going up against. And that's what he's going to need to do in most of his fights to have success, especially at the UFC level. This is one of those matchups against Bahamondes where we'll probably see Musayev throw big shots and then try to hide takedown attempts behind it to try to keep Bahamondes on his back. The issue is, I don't think Musayev has a good enough top game to really control Bahamondes as effectively as Fiziev did, nor as effectively as Ludovic Klein did. I think we'll see Musayev struggle. I think this will get back to the feet. I think Bahamondes will pick Musayev apart. I think the recklessness of Musayev will lead to him walking onto a big shot from Bahamondes, and I think we see Bahamondes eventually get a finish. The under 2.5 is very intriguing here at minus 145. The recklessness of Musayev with the counter-striking ability of Bahamondes and the aggressive submission game of Bahamondes, I think we'll see a finish opportunity open up. Whether it's Musayev getting that knockout or Bahamondes getting a club and sub or straight-up knockout, I'm expecting a finish in this matchup, and I'm expecting it to be the Chilean fighter, Ignacio Bahamondes, who gets this fight done inside the distance.